Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the meditation center. What you're going to see is just the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the meditation technique 2076. Meditation 76. In rain, during the black night, enter the blackness as the form of forms. So this meditation is about darkness, entering darkness. Earlier meditation 75 we have seen about meditation on light, but this meditation is on the darkness. So Lord Shiva says to Parvati, this is the meditation technique 76, he says to Parvati, during rain, in rain, during the rain what happens in the night? If it is rains, it will be a black, completely black night. Enter the blackness, you enter the blackness as the form of forms. So you are entering in the form. Everywhere, mind you, there is no electricity at all, complete darkness. You are in the village or in a remote area where it is heavily raining, it is somewhere in the night time. So almost completely dark, you are there alone. So in the dark, you just get inside the darkness, you be one of the form of the darkness. This is what this meditation is all about. Enter the darkness. So dear friends, we have come here to the 76th meditation. In rain, during a black night, enter that blackness as the form of forms. So there has been a school called esoteric school. There is a school called esoteric school. There must be many Christians over here. You must be knowing about the school of Aeneas. Jesus Christ, he attended that school. Jesus Christ, during his young age, he has come from the school of Aeneas. What does the school of Aeneas says? The school of Aeneas says, darkness is the God. The school of Aeneas, which Jesus Christ has studied, they teach him, they taught him, and their philosophy is darkness is God. Mind you, in all the religions, you take Islam, light is the God. You take in Hinduism, Upanishad, light is the God. You take Buddhism, light is a God. Parsis, light is a God. For major, almost every religion, light is the God. But only religion, Aeneas school, the religion Aeneas, it says God is dark, God is lightless, no light at all, complete dark is God. It is quite interesting, isn't it? The absolute darkness is God. This is what the school of Aeneas says. So here, first we should ask a question. Aeneas school says, first we should ask ourselves, why is God is considered to be light? All religions, they say God is light. God is light, it is God is light? Aeneas school says no. The light is created by man. Man is afraid of darkness. So to get away from the darkness, he just lit the light and he says light is God. So he has created the gods. The human beings has created the gods. So the God is created in such a way that it is convenient for human beings. He is afraid of darkness. So he doesn't want darkness to be his God. He is safe, he is comfortable, he finds life in the light. So he says light is God. So is it true? In olden days you find caveman living in the caves. He is so frightened about the dark. When night comes, it is fear. When night comes, it is dark. So when day comes, it is light for him. So he thought, yes, light is God. So here we have to think about this. Light is light gets an energy. Light comes from which dark? The sun rises. As the sun rises, light comes. As the sun sets, darkness comes. So light comes from the source called dark. So, dark is the source. From the dark light comes and light disappears in the dark. So, it is considered that light is life and dark is death. It is true, light is life and dark is death. In life you find lot of disturbances. In death is absolutely calm. Night is absolutely quiet. So, here Yasana school says night, you have to live in the night, you have to adapt the night, you have to pray with the light, you have to meditate in the light, you have to meditate the night darkness, and you have to enter the darkness. So, here people are afraid of darkness. Why? In the old ages, in the olden ages when light was not invented, it is the night time, is not secured at all. Any animals may come, anything may attack him. So, he is fearful of that. So, as the light had been invented, so light has become a source of energy for him, light has become a life for him. So, the unconscious fear of darkness is always there. So, anything which has a life, anything which does not have a source, it is always finite. See, light is finite, it has a limitation, because it gets the light from the darkness. So, the dark is source and the dark is infinite. Anything which is infinite is more powerful than finite. So, night or dark is more powerful than day or light. So, imagine when there is nothing is there. When nothing is there, finally what it is there? It is only the darkness is there. So, the darkness, the fear which you have got, the darkness, it is unconsciously, it is brought to you from hereditary, from lot of generations. You are fearful of night, you are fearful of the dark. So, first when you overcome the fear of darkness, then you are able to get away from all type of madness. In world, most of the mad men or psychiatric problems happens because of unnecessary fears. The fear comes from different phobias are there. The phobias are result of the fear, and the fear comes because of the man who is scared about the night, about the dark. When dark is there, what happens? When dark is there, he loses his ego. Sit in the day, you have a definite shape. I am fair, I am 6 feet, I am a teacher, I am rich. So, all type of identification comes in the daytime. So, I am quite safe in the daytime because people can see me, I have a definition, I can find my shape. But in night what happens? In the complete darkness what happens? You lose your identification. You cannot find who you are, whether you are black or white or rich or poor in the darkness. You do not know whether you are educated, uneducated. You cannot show yourself, project yourself to the outer world. So, dark is always careful for them, because he is not able to, man cannot live without ego. So, in the daytime he is egoistic. So, one thing, when he sleeps what happens? When he sleeps, either he has to put off the light and he sleeps. So, when sleep does not come, what happens? He just gets up, put on the light and read some books. So, in two ways he is escaping from darkness. One, in sleep he is just unconscious, he just sleeps off. So, he is not fearful of dark, and if he puts on the light, still he is fearful, right, because of the dark. So, first what you have to do is, here the SNS school says and the Lord Shiva says, 3 steps most important to get away the fear of darkness. Once you are able to get away from the fear of darkness, when you are able to dissolve yourself in the darkness, once you carry the darkness with you, life is going to be so wonderful. So, you have got a connection with the eternity, with the power, So, what is the most powerful thing in this the world? Space. Space, nothing is there. When nothing is there, that will be darkness. When you enter the darkness, you become one with the darkness. You become dissolved with the darkness. When your inner darkness meets the external darkness, what happens? You get unity with the God. You get unity with the Almighty. You become God yourself. So, in earlier chapter we have seen thinking about light. So, when you carry light inside you, think about yourself as if a flame. The flame is surrounded by the body. So, the flame, the light, when you keep on thinking about light from the morning to night as if you are carrying light, what happens when you sleep? Only the light, the light comes, then your dream stops, then you go in for a deep sleep, then you carry the light, inner light meets the outer light. This is completely opposite. You just pray and meditate, go to your room, close the complete room, it is complete dark, you just look at the darkness, merge with the darkness, see the darkness, do not blink your eyes, tears starts rolling from your eyes, but do not bother, your eyes will start soaring, do not bother, just go deep inside the darkness, see the darkness, slowly as you keep on seeing the darkness, what happens? The darkness will enter you, the cosmic energy enters you, then you will mix with the darkness. So, you cannot mix with the darkness unless the external force or external energy comes inside, you cannot. So, the external darkness slowly goes inside you, you become one with the darkness. When you dissolve with the darkness, what happens? Next you carry the darkness outside. So, whomever you meet the people, think that you are darkness, then what happens? People who are afraid of darkness will run away from you. People who are bold, they will get attracted to you. Your family will be so shocked. What happened to you? You become so calm, you are quiet, your eyes will be so abyss and be like valleys, so deep, you never get angry at all, because once you have seen the darkness, what happens? You cannot carry an excitement. When you carry light inside you, you carry excitement, people will start liking you, people will start loving you, people will get attracted. So, what happens? You become more excited, more sexual energy comes inside you, you become more sexual. But here, when you are dissolve yourself in the darkness, what happens? Your body, your pores, your cells and your entire system has gone into darkness. You have become one with the existence, you have become one with the Almighty, you have become one with the nature. So, you do not carry any excitement, you do not get angry, you do not get sexual, you become asexual, you do not even feel that you are a man or a woman, you just give up your, it automatically goes off, you lose your all type of excitements, you become so calm and so quiet and so disciplined, your entire system becomes calm and quiet. So, you become a man just with all the emotions completely under your control. When you carry light, what happens? You become so excited, you become angry, so you become passionate. But when you carry darkness in you from morning to night, then night once again you meditate on the darkness enters you and you enter into the darkness. Once you get dissolved in darkness, the entire system, entire mind, the entire body becomes so calm and quiet and peaceful. So, in the daytime you walk as if you are so much intoxicated, so calm and quiet, you are energetic of course, but you lose the passion, you do lose the anxiety, you lose the fear. So, generations together, thousands of years, the entire humanity has given you lot of fears. You are fearful of medicine, you are fearful of death, you are fearful of night, you are fearful of animals, you are fearful of snakes. So, as you go on meditating in the darkness, then what happens? All the fears can be overcome. So, this is a wonderful sutra said by Lord Shiva to Parvati to convey the message to the humanity. Dear friends, what you have to do is 3 steps what Lord Shiva says. First, go to your home, close all the doors. In the night time,
There shouldn't be any light. When everybody have fallen asleep, close the room, switch off all the lights, just meditate for 1 hour in the dark. No light should be there. Keep on staring at that light, staring at the darkness without blinking your eyes. At least if the light is there, there is an object to stare at, but nothing is there. Everywhere light, everywhere darkness is there. So you just keep living with the darkness, looking at the darkness. Don't wink, stare at the darkness. As you keep staring at the darkness, what happens? The darkness, as you keep on staring, you should never close your eyes. Mind you, by closing your eyes, darkness is there, but this is an artificial darkness. It is not the natural darkness. You have to meet the natural darkness. So darkness is so polluted. In Chennai, you cannot find darkness. Even the darkness is completely polluted. Air is polluted, water is polluted, even the darkness is polluted. To get a 100% result, you have to go into a deep remote valley, remote village, or you should go to a forest. 1 week you have to stay somewhere, and fully in the night time you have to keep on watching the darkness, looking at the darkness. You are becoming one with the darkness. Sooner what happened? The external darkness enters inside you. You become so close with the external darkness, and in the darkness you lose your identification. You are nothing. You know, I am not a man or a woman, I am not a teacher or nothing, because in the darkness I lose myself. I am not rich or poor, I am not educated or uneducated. As you keep entering the darkness, then what happened? The next step, what you should do is, Lord Shiva says, second, in the darkness, feel the darkness as your mother. Feel the darkness as your mother's womb. Mother's womb, so you are warmth, you are so comfortable, you are so secure. Just that feeling you have to feel in the darkness. Then as you feel in the darkness, what happens? You get the mother's feeling. You are living with the mother. And third step, what he says is, take the darkness in the daytime with you. Earlier we have said take the light with you, but here taking the darkness with you. As you keep taking the darkness with you, morning to night, whomever you meet, what will happen? You become not excited, you become so calm, your eyes will be so depth, and people watch you. They will be surprised to see you. People who are afraid of darkness will run away from you. So new people will be coming, bold people, and who are highly highly matured people will be attracted towards you. Your family may be disturbed, but still it is all good for you, because you have understood the truth, you have lived with the truth. When you carry light in you, what will happen? You will be so excited, you will be so angry, you have a bigger ego, because you know who you are. You think yourself as some rich man, you become so egoistic. But meditating in darkness, you lose all your individuality. So 3 steps he says. Number 1 is meditate in the darkness, not artificial darkness by closing your eyes. No, opening your eyes and looking at the darkness without even a small light for 1 hour. Second, he says, Lord Shiva says, you should feel so comfortable as if you are in the mother's womb. Third, he says, take the darkness in your body. The darkness should enter into your pores, enter into your cells. The whole system is dark, complete dark. So mother of all colors is God, is black. The essence God is darkness. So that darkness, the only religion which says darkness is the God. Even Parsi says light is the fire. All religions say the light is the fire, but this only school, SNS school, which Jesus Christ has gone, says darkness is God. So whoever tries to hurt you, whoever tries to insult you, you never become angry, you never become excited. Even a Mercedes Benz car comes to you, even 500 crores is given to you, even the Prime Minister of India position is given to you, you won't be excited, because in the darkness you are able to control all your emotions. So in the whole world, in eastern and in western countries, what happened? If a man becomes mad, what do? They give psychiatric experiments, counseling and everything. But in a country like Japan, only country where if a person is a madman, they will put him into a
dark cell. Daytime will be roaming, but in night he will be alone, complete darkness. So that experiment is, the madman should meet his unconscious mind. In unconscious all the fears are there. He has to meet the unconsciousness. He has to meet his own problems. He has to deal with his own problems. But in Western countries, what happened? The madman is given a psychiatric treatment. Some people are always there. They never allow the madman to meet his subconscious or unconscious or all the fearful states which he has carrying on. He is fearful. Only the fearful man are madman. He is mad. So in Japan, they leave him in the darkness. So he meet in the darkness. He meets all his fear, and slowly 4 or 5 weeks after, slowly is redeemed, and all his madness goes off. If Western people are shocked about this type of treatment, this is one treatment which is followed only in Japan. So living in the dark, meditating on the dark, going inside the dark, and the darkness entering in you. When the darkness enters inside you, the cosmic energy enters inside you. When the darkness enters you, you become godlike type character. When the darkness comes into you, this meditation is so wonderful, so beautiful for the people who are very sensitive, people who get angry, people are very much egotistic persons. To calm them, to make them quiet, meditating for 1 hour in the darkness is the most important, and in the daytime you are carrying the darkness with you. Hope you are able to understand. Are you clear about this meditation? Yes, good.